And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing among SE2 people. It is ReBellioN. Here we go. You did this in like 30 hours ago. You're referring to Talisman? Yeah. Smudge. I mean, hey, ByuN, he was able to survive, able to scout. So we're getting into that second series. And we'll see how ReBellioN can compare. Now, if you haven't tuned in before, ReBellioN, he is a more amateur player in Korea. I say amateur, more of a semi-pro. ReBellioN has been around for many years and has always been around kind of like the code A level when it comes to the Korean scene. Never quite able to make it into GSL, into GSL code S, I should say. But regardless, still a strong player in his own right. Has been very active as of late, even more active than he was last year, I want to say. More active than 2024. So it's been great to see the uptick here in ReBellion's interest in the game. A big part of that, of course, is the team is among SE2 people, players like ReBellioN, players like Prome as well, Ateshi, likewise a little bit less Lunacy. Lunacy has been less active as of late, but in general a lot of the more semi-pro or amateur Korean players have been revitalized and have been competing once again. It's been great to see them all competing together here. Always great to see. So, I want to say a big part of that is ReBellioN as well. ReBellioN did found the team, and they've been enjoying themselves. Likewise, ByuN double gas opener, faster factory, delayed CC, a much more aggressive build here by ByuN. This can lead into reacted Reaper Hellion, this can lead into Cyclone drops, tank drops, Banshee play. We'll see where ByuN takes us. So he does look for a way in. ByuN pulls away. Just ReBellioN does pull a couple of boys to try to shut down the Reaper, but alas, not quite able to. As ByuN does slip in. Does take a lot of hits, does take a lot of damage, does scout the opener. It is going to be a Twilight Council out of ReBellioN, not a Stargate. So standard Twilight Council opener ReBellioN, he is walling up, he is walling off. Meanwhile, it is going to be reacted Reaper Hellion, at least initially. We'll see if ByuN makes additional Reapers. But based on the SimCity, based on the wall, not going to be as effective. Yeah, just 3. So 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions move out. The goal here is to confirm the scout, is to confirm the gateway count as well, to move out across the map and maybe get some economic damage. Behind this, a 1-1-1 follow-up. Tech Lab is on the way. From here, we can go into Cyclone, into early medevac, or even just early tank production. Army picks in. Oh, shield battery's done just in time. Whew. Very close, very clutch. Blink is being researched. Add-on swap. Okay, it's add-on swap into Cloak Banshee. We did mention that Cloak Banshee was one of the options that ByuN could have gone for. Once again, very committed, very aggressive, and we'll see what he can get done. From the side of ReBellioN, thankfully ReBellioN is going for the safety Robo before expanding, before the third base. Robo, very safe play out of ReBellioN. He's also building up an extra gateway, so he's got 2-gate blink into a Robo into detection, but we'll see if he can minimize losses against that Cloak Banshee. It's not easy. I mean, there's a reason why it's very trendy as of late, going to Cloak Banshee. Has been quite trendy. As ReBellioN is expanding, getting his third. That's how I found your channel. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, there is a little bit more discoverability on YouTube. I mean, it's just a bigger platform, right? So a little bit more discoverability. I think at times it can be harder to find a new channel on Twitch, like more so than on YouTube. Regardless, thank you. Banshee does hit the main. There is no observer in position yet. The shield already putting in a little work. One probe goes down so far. Just the one. ReBellioN tries to respond. Banshee's forced back. And no major damage yet. No major damage. Oh. Catching up with Reapers. Shut down the Reapers. Banshees are building up. We have how many so far? Two. Two Banshees for ByuN. Two Banshees, they will one-shot probes. We can see ReBellioN in position here in the main. Likewise also here at the third. Banshees get spotted. ReBellioN, he wants those Banshees. He moves out. He, oh, barely does miss them. ByuN pulls away. And so far, ReBellioN doing well for himself. Again, it was a big commitment into Banshees, and so far they've only killed one probe. Behind this, getting into his 3-rack setup. Stim, tanks are building up as well. ByuN is looking quite secure. Third TC's on the way. And ReBellioN, as he moves out, he does miss the Banshees, and back at home, not as much anti-air. Not as much. And Banshees, they hit the third base. ReBellioN out of position. Oh, nice blink. Takes down the first Banshee. We'll lose a sentry though, and lose 6 probes. 6 workers go down, and the Banshee's not done. Gets a 7th probe. 7, 8, up to 9. It's just so awkward trying to keep up with that observer. And ByuN does well. Loses 1 Banshee, but gets 9 workers. 9 workers go down, happily just building up into a 3rd TC. Just happily building up. Likewise, ByuN starting his move out. He is spotted by ReBellioN, but ReBellioN, I don't know if he can stop this. I mean, he's already sustained so many losses. Does have a Colossus. He's going to have 2. Okay, so 2 Colossus going to be ready for this. Charge is now done, +1 as well. Charge is on just in time. But does he have enough Zealots? That I don't think he does. I don't think he has enough support here for the army. Cashes out a couple of Marines. Not a bad start. Picks up a couple of bio units. Tanks force the siege ahead of time. Or early on. Oh, observer gets spotted. Nice snipe. ByuN does get the observer. 3rd base is on location. Remember, ByuN, he's not all in. He's getting a 3rd. But ByuN, he can still trade well here. He can still trade well. Tanks are repositioning. Getting within range here of the 3rd. And ReBellioN being forced further back. He's being pinned back here. And ByuN is going for a split push. As he keeps ReBellioN distracted here at the 3rd, double jump into the main. Double jump into the main base. Tank boy is going off. Nice target firing on the Colossus. Yeah, oh my, oh no! The brutal tank shots on the Stalkers and Colossus as well. This is not the trade. This is not the fight we were hoping for. Oh my god, brutal trade here. As almost everything goes down, ReBellioN bleeding out almost all the Stalkers, most of the Colossus, double jump into the main base. He did not want to push into tank fire like that. And there's still 3 tanks. They're still up and running. Oh my god, he gets a Colossus. Colossus goes down and ReBellioN is just pulled apart. He has been torn apart here. ByuN snowballing out of control, breaks into the main, gets the mineral line, and again ReBellioN, he had just such a brutal fight here, a brutal engage into the tanks, and with that ReBellioN, he has been broken. He has been broken. He will chase down a medevac. That 1 tank is still alive, still up and running. Banshee, it's a natural. And here comes the second wave. Here comes the second push here from ByuN. And he has done critical damage already. ReBellioN just plummeting in supply. Plum, and he's got Mass Marauder. The Colossus is going to tickle this army. And the base is going to get, Jesus, it just melts so fast, so quick. The HP nosedives. Stims on forward. Nice micro there. Nice control there by ReBellioN. Does save the Colossus for as long as he can, but only for so long. GG gets called, and ByuN will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. ByuN will take a lead in the series. Alas, ReBellioN just had a really rough engagement there, pushing into 3 tanks. He lost everything. He lost, I want to say, like 10 Stalkers. He lost a Colossus. He basically lost 2 Colossi when pushing in. Like, it was just a brutal engage, a brutal fight. Exactly what ByuN wanted. And with that, ByuN snowballed from there. GG. GG, well played. Did take the fight, did claim the army. And now we're getting into game number 2. Getting into that second game. And we'll see what ReBellioN has in store for us here. We'll see if he can bounce back and force that ace match. I want to believe he can. Again, just had a rough defense at the third. Likewise, the Banshees were doing a lot of damage as well. As a reminder, the Banshees, they killed 9 workers in the lead up to that push. So ByuN was already in a better position. And here we go, we're getting into game 2. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Ley Lines, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Shopify, leading the series 1-0. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing among SE2 people. It is ReBellioN. So wholesome. Let's go. Let's go. As last game, ReBellioN, he was more reacting to his opponent. Remember, it was 2 gates blink into a robo into a third, so very economic and relatively safe play there by ReBellioN in game 1. We'll see if he does shift gears. Speaking of shifting gears, ByuN aggressive once again, double gas opener. Now last game this led into Reactor Reaper Hellion into Cloak Banshee. I don't expect Banshees 2 games in a row. That's typically not seen at this level. Banshee play is really solid to sprinkle into a series, but typically not something you want to rely upon. At this point, ReBellioN, he's a little more aware, he's a little more on notice. I would say that if ByuN were to play Banshee 2 games in a row, the Banshees will do even less damage here the second time around. But double gas is very versatile. You know, with double gas, we can still go into Cyclone, we can go into tank production, we can commit into additional Reactor Reaper Hellion. So there's other forms of aggression that are available here to ByuN. Meanwhile, as we do get into game number 2, a big shout out to Silly Dobby in the chat. God, baby God, thank you so much, Dobby, for resubscribing for 2 months. Thank you for the support. We do appreciate it. Always, Papi. Hope you enjoy the content, hope you enjoy the casting, hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you. Here we go. As we are going to be moving out. Behind this we have our initial Reaper, and we'll see if he does commit into additional Hellions, extra Reapers behind this. Actually, he's going Reaper into second Reaper, so this is not going to be reactored play. I mean, no, with additional Reapers. Meanwhile, we do see ReBellioN does mix it up. It did open Blink last game, but this time going to be opening up Stargate instead. Bold move. Now, this is a larger map, true. Ley Lines is a larger map compared to Whispers of Gold, so going for a Stargate opener is more viable here on Ley Lines. Despite that, can he get away with it? Can he make this worth his while? Double Reaper poking forward. ByuN, he has yet to confirm the tech, but he's about to. There we go, dips in, confirms the Stargate. So ByuN, he's now aware. Back at her, we can get into Viking production, we can get into early Cyclones. Tech Lab's on the way. Should be for Cyclones initially. As ByuN, he confirms the first unit, he confirms it's going to be Oracle first, not Phoenix. He should be getting ready back at home. There it is, Cyclone is on the way. Getting into a Cyclone. Behind this can go... it's going to be a little bit risky here, but he does open up... Oh, there we go. Does pull out. We're a little bit... Never mind. A little bit indecisive here. Medevac into Lift, into Land, into Raven. Okay. Raven opener here. I was going to say the Raven opener is risky, especially if there are Phoenixes behind this. It can be difficult to get this Raven to actually gain value. Meanwhile, rushing into Skytoss. ReBellioN alongside Lunacy, they do this from time to time. It's going to be Stargate opener into Tempest or into Carrier. Let's go. Revelation on the Cyclone. The Oracle does gain map control as the Reaper is stasis. Second Reaper still active. And it's going to be on ReBellioN to deny the Scout. To keep ByuN in the dark. As the Fleet Beam is finishing up. Now, this could be a commitment into a second Stargate into mass Skytoss or into a ground army with a mothership instead. I think this is going to be a mothership rush. It is going to be a mothership rush here from ReBellioN. Reaper goes down. Raven into the main. Ooh, and the Raven is going to spot this. Raven pokes in. Raven does confirm the Tempest. Yeah, the Tempest has been seen. Tempest has been scouted. Ay. Not like this. And with that, ByuN is now more aware of what's happening. We have extra gates on the way. Raven goes back in. Still confirms the Tempest. Oof. Gets 2 probes. Now, the goal with a mothership rush is typically to warp in a ground army with sentries and to recall into the main. But we can see here that ByuN is getting ready. He's got Cyclones, he's got Bio Army, he's split between both bases. And what's he getting? Second starboard. Mass Viking. He's going Mass Viking. Which is kind of a good thing here for ReBellioN. Remember, ReBellioN, he only made the one Tempest. Like, this is a ground transition. It is gonna be a ground-based army here, a ground all-in for ReBellioN. But can he get that recall off? Can he get the recall? We have turrets in the way in the main, turret in the natural. ByuN moves out. Oh, spots the army. And ByuN, he does get the Oracle. Massive pickup. Oracle does go down. ByuN, he's zoning away the mothership for now. There's a recall. There's a recall here on top of the army. He's going for it. He's going for the kill. It's all or nothing for ReBellioN. Just 2 base all in. We'll push forward this tank in position. Remember, there's no blink. Tank blow is going to be brutal here. Tank blows are insane. Boys being pulled. Slow zone on the Bio Army. Very nice slow zone. But the tank blows are so brutal. Just so many tank shots going up. Another tank has arrived. And ReBellioN, he's not really gaining any ground here. The Tempest can chip away at the army, and it should be. But they're Vikings. Tempest is getting punished. ByuN building up his Marauders. And ReBellioN, he expands. He takes a 3rd base, going for a Twilight Council. ReBellioN, as the game progresses, he's falling behind. Remember, this is a late 3rd base for ReBellioN, and late upgrades. Late Forge, late Twilight Council, late Tech. The game was supposed to end by now, and it didn't. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for ByuN. Shades into the main. Plus into the mineral line. Oh. 2 SCVs so far. I'd have to say keep shading in. ByuN is looking solid. And eventually ByuN's going to move out, and I'm concerned for ReBellioN for when that happens. I'm concerned. ReBellioN, he pulls away. Remember, he still needs more time to actually saturate a 3rd base, to get into those upgrades. Charge is almost done. And thankfully for ReBellioN, ByuN is only going for drop play. He's going for the drop. We have a 1 medevac drop here on the right. ByuN, he's more concerned about a mothership into the main. being more defensive. Whew. Okay, so the game will progress. Gonna keep going from here. Storm is not ready though, so probes are gonna go down. Gets 2. Going for the Templar Archives, a little bit ambitious. So ReBellioN holds. ByuN, he does pull back with his main army. Does pull back. ReBellioN looking to stabilize. He's not there yet, but Storm is going to be a big factor. Storm has completed, and how many High Templar does ReBellioN have? 5. 5 High Templar. Ghost production has begun for ByuN, but ByuN, he has 0 ghosts. He has 0 ghosts so far. ReBellioN, he can still win a fight. He can still win a fight. I do still favor ByuN getting into a longer game. Oh, and he has so much SimCity here. He has bunkers, widow mines, tanks as well. ByuN, he wants ReBellioN to push in. Oh my god! And brutal defense missiles or anti-arm missiles. Anti-arm missiles do connect, and ReBellioN, he has to back off. He backs off, gets a 4th. Gets a 4th base. Does pull away. Does pull back. And as a result, remember, ReBellioN, he has been pretty committed and been pretty all-in. ByuN is going to be the first to max. He's going to be the first to max out. And we'll see if ReBellioN can survive the counterattack, as it's coming. ByuN saturating his 3rd. Building up more ghosts. ReBellioN, he did get a 2nd Tempest. He's working towards Blink, +1. Robo's on the way. Robo will be ideal with Disruptors, more importantly. Disruptors, Colossus. But again, he still needs more time. And ByuN's moving out. Now, ReBellioN, he is heavily reliant here on the Storms. If the Storms can connect, then ReBellioN can hold. Oh, speaking of, Storm goes crazy army. 1 High Templar goes down. There's 6 High Templar left. So it'd be 7. Another Storm comes in. Once again, not bad on the Marines, but the Ghosts do survive. No Storms on the Ghost yet. There's another Cloak. Cloak is activated. Storm with a Cyclone. Yeah, I'm looking for another way in, but there's just so many Storms. ByuN, what's he looking for? An EMP. Looking for an opportunity for an EMP. EMP's the main army. Once again, another missile goes off, covers and blankets almost all the gateway units. Vikings, they move in. Ooh, storming the Vikings, storming the ByuN. Not bad. But the EMP did connect. Yeah, brutal EMP on the High Templar. There's still a couple of Storms remaining. There's only 3 High Templar left, getting up to 4. Storm pops off. There's still, I want to say, 2, maybe 3 Storms left. And really, he's holding. Whew, okay, he does hold on. He does force ByuN back. ReBellioN going to be chasing. Bold move. Charge will take on top of the ByuN. Not a bad trade here from ReBellioN, but he's running out of Zealots. It's running out. ByuN getting a 4th expansion, building up more Ghosts. Oh, a brutal EMP, and have we overextended? We get a decent Storm, but that was the final Storm. Yeah, that was the final Storm. ByuN, he just started steps in, takes down the Stalkers. Zealots, they do reinforce. But again, there's still not that many Zealots. And ReBellioN, he has to retreat. He has to back off. He has 0 Storms left. Without Storms, he has no pushing power. Warps in 2 more High Templar. Making more Tempest. Widow Mines there waddling in. Let's go. ByuN is getting a 4th base, and ReBellioN should soon be getting a 5th, but he's lacking workers here. The economy, the worker count is quite low for ReBellioN. Getting into disruptors. Second Rebo as well. ReBellioN, he has 2 High Templar. They're in the War Prism. Oh no! Oh, Prism takes a lot of hits. Storm does zone. Storm tries to zone away. ReBellioN has to get the hell out of here. He has to pull back. Will bleed out an Immortal. And a Tempest. 2 Tempests even. Oh god, god, god. The Blink. The Blink gets punished. Stalkers go down. Archon as well. Very efficient trades here from ByuN. The trades that ReBellioN cannot afford. Remember, he's still building up his worker count. His worker count is still in the gutter. He's still in a 3-base economy. Despite having 4 bases here, he's only on 68 workers. Down in workers compared to ByuN. ByuN has mules on top of that. EMP pops up. And EMP pops off. That was the only High Templar. There is still that one Nova though. The Nova can pop off. Alas, it's not going to connect. Nova was too late. Another Nova coming in. Another disruptor. Decent connection. Decent connection, but there's just too much bio here in the expansion. It's going to go down. ByuN breaks the 4th. Breaks down the 4th expansion. Still reinforcing, getting a 5th CC behind this. ReBellioN, he has been on the back foot for most of the game here. I mean, again, remember, it started with a 2-base all-in. It started with ReBellioN rushing into a mothership of all things. Did make a game out of this, but for the most part, he's been stuck on the back foot. He's been on the back foot, stuck defending. ByuN looking for another expansion. Oh. Gets a Ghost. There he goes off. Ooh, Storm on the Ghost as well. Not bad. The Ghost, they can tank a Storm. They take down the Prism. Prism goes down. That's kiting here from ByuN. He denies the expansion once again, keeping ReBellioN on 3 bases. And you can see here the supply plummets. ReBellioN, he just cannot maintain these losses. He cannot afford this. As he's stuck on 3 bases, he has no economy. And ByuN, he's going in for the kill. Takes out the charge, ults the Immortals, High Templar. There's nothing left here. GG gets called, and ByuN will take the series 2-0. Whew. Advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN, he will claim the series. A shout out to ReBellioN, especially here in Game 2, as it was a very unique build. It is a build that ReBellioN does enjoy whipping out from time to time in this matchup. It is a Mothership Rush. Ideally, the goal is to go for the Mothership recall into the main, but because ByuN scattered, ReBellioN had to recall into the natural instead. He had to recall to push towards the natural, but ByuN, his defensive position was just so strong with bunkers, with Widow Mines, with tanks. ByuN was never going to be broken on 2 bases. And ReBellioN, he found out the hard way. He found out the hard way, trying to brute force the issue there. Alas, lost a little bit too much. And with that, then we had ReBellioN trying to get into the mid game. Late 3rd base, late upgrades, late 4th base as well. Did make a game out of it, but in the end, ByuN did overwhelm. GG. GG, well played. Shout out to ReBellioN, of course, for making a series out of this. And that is going to lead us here into our next series, into our next matchup. Let's go.